It's Divas That Care Radio. Stories, strategies, and ideas to inspire positive change. Welcome to Divas That Care, a network of women committed to making our world a better place for everyone. This is a global movement for women, by women, engaged in a collaborative effort to create a better world for future generations. To find out more about the movement, visit divasthatcare.com after the show. Right now, though, stay tuned for another jolt of inspiration.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Divas That Care. I'm Candace Gish. I am so excited about today's program. I'm going to be welcoming back one of our past divas, Emma Wood. And Emma is absolutely, just the nicest person. And I love hearing what she has to say because she's really all about empowerment and inspiration. If this is your very first time tuning into Divas That Care, a huge welcome to each and every one of you. The Divas That Care is now in its 11th season. We are listened to in over 30 countries around the world. And I always say it's because of our amazing listeners that we've continued to do this, because really it's all about you and how you've been sharing, you've been commenting, you've been liking all of our programs. So thank you guys so much. If you'd like to check out all of our other calls, make sure you go to divasthatcare.com. We do record all of our podcasts, and we have an amazing arrangement of other hosts from all different parts of the world, so check them out. All right, everyone, I want to welcome back Emma. Emma, I'm so excited to have you back.
Well, I'm so excited to be back. Thank you for having me again.
Well, my goodness, last show that we did, I had so much fun. I learned so much from you, and I just really wanted you to come back on today's program. So before we kind of dive into what we're going to be talking about today, would you mind maybe reintroducing yourself to some of our new listeners?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm Emma Wood, and I am based in Parkland County, Alberta, Canada. And I actually moved here 10 years ago from West Yorkshire in England. So before I moved to Canada, I was a police officer, but now that I'm here, I am a boudoir and professional branding photographer, and soon, hopefully, almost a published author. So I'm just working on a book, which I think we're going to talk about today.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited about that. I can't wait to hear more about it. So Emma, I should ask you, before we dive into that, how has your summer been? Have you been, you are an amazing photographer. You are doing so many great things with that. How's things been? Are you able to do a lot of photos now that all of the restrictions here in Alberta have been lifted?
Yes, it's super exciting. I mean, people at the moment are very much on vacation mode because of these lifted restrictions. But things are picking up again. I work out of my home. My studio is in my basement. And July has been a pretty quiet time, again, probably because of vacations and whatnot. So I've been busy creating my outdoor studios. So I live on a 10-acre plot surrounded by trees. So I've created, I have like a lace teepee and a vintage bike and a swing in one section of the trees. And then most recently, just this past weekend, I've started creating a meadow in the trees at the back of the field. So my vision for that is like a hammock and some old furniture, maybe some lanterns hanging from the tree. And so far I've cleared the grass. I've cut the grass, so it's just basically an open area, but surrounded by trees. And then I've put an archway in the entrance there. So it's coming together nicely. I'm very excited for that. So more beautiful pictures are coming.
It sounds amazing. It sounds absolutely fantastic. So for any of our listeners that might know what boudoir is, would you mind kind of talking a little bit about that? Because then I think that will lead us into our next topic.
Yeah, absolutely. So boudoir, I think most people think of boudoir as lingerie or being naked. The actual definition of boudoir is capturing the raw and sensual beauty of a woman. So I actually interpret that not raw as in naked, but raw as in being vulnerable and just letting yourself be you. So I'm very much about, helping people find the comfort in being you and really embracing that. So for me, boudoir is who you are, and that can be naked, it can be lingerie, it could be fully dressed you really want it to. It's just about showing you. I know people have said to me before, oh, boudoir is up to me, I couldn't get undressed. Well, you know what? You don't have to if you don't want to. It's for everybody, and I mean, I'm not saying this because I do it for my career, but I do believe it should be on everybody's bucket list because it brings so much. There's just so much that you can get out of the experience. It's not just about pretty pictures or seeing like how beautiful you are. It's really about feeling beautiful and feeling confident and empowered and, you know, all of those lovely fuzzy feelings.
Oh my goodness, exactly. You know, and that's what I liked when we were talking about it in our last program, is that it's all about the confidence, you know, helping, you know, women see the beauty within themselves and knowing that they are amazing for just who they are. They don't need to compare themselves to anybody else. It's just them. And your photos that I've seen are absolutely extraordinary. And I can see you bringing that out in these women.
Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, that's it's an amazing journey for me too. Like every time I get a new beauty in front of the camera, it's not just empowering for them, it empowers me too. And every time I take their picture, I'm like, yeah, I want this for myself. And I have done. I did my first boudoir shoot in front of the camera when I was, I think, 30 to almost 31. And I just turned 38, and I've probably done 7 or 8 of my own because that's how powerful they are. And it's not just about being empowered and feeling confident and beautiful either. It's just about taking that time for you as well. So we, my friend and I, we actually offer retreat days for our clients now if they so choose. So my friend does like reflexology, Reiki, Indian head massage, tarot reading, that kind of thing. And they can choose to upgrade and add 2 of those treatments to their day, which is super awesome because they go through the whole hair and makeup, they have pictures, and then they get to like be pampered and relaxed while I'm editing their pictures. So it's a one-day turn. Yeah, so they actually get to leave with their images, which I love that I can do that because, I mean, yes, we're in a society now where it's instant gratification, and as much as that frustrates me sometimes, I like to please my people as well. So, yeah, that's fun.
That's amazing. You don't hear that very often, so I think that's definitely something that people would really enjoy doing. I know that for myself, what a great thing just to get away, you know, to relax, to do something for myself, to feel that confidence. And, you know, to have it, being able to see it at the end. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, and because I'm in the middle of nowhere, I'm in the country, it really does feel like a retreat, like most, you know, people escape the concrete jungle and they get to drive out here and just be with nature.
Oh, I love it. So much fun. So for any of you guys that are in the Parkland County area, so you want to, it's kind of in the Edmonton, Alberta area. You definitely have to check it out, or if you're going to be traveling there, you have to check out Emma. And after the program, for all of our listeners, I'm going to be posting how you can get a hold of Emma, because I think it's important that all of you guys check out her amazing website and you're able to connect with her if you are interested in doing some of this stuff, besides all the other stuff that's on her website, and you'll have to check that out. All right, Emma, let's talk about today's topic. You know what? There's a lot of stuff happening with you right now, and you were mentioning about becoming a published author. So I really want to learn more about that.
Yeah, it's super exciting. So just to give you a little bit of background, I have been journaling since, well, I journaled when I was a kid, but just, you know, your everyday write in the diary, dear diary, this is what I did today, this is what I ate today, and like blah, blah, blah. And I don't think I got too much from it back then, but I started journaling at the beginning of last year. My mom bought me this journal prompt book. I actually gave her a list of books I wanted, and I didn't actually realize it was a prompt book until I received it and opened it. There was 365 prompts, and I thought, cool, I'm gonna start journaling again, because it had entered my head, and I just didn't know how to get started because I didn't want to go down the boring road of telling my diary what I'd done today. So anyway, I started journaling from this journal prompt book, and like my confidence shifted. Like within a month, I would say it was pretty quick, and I was quite amazed at this. And within that month or just after, I was speaking to a client. She came to pick up pictures, and she was feeling really down on herself, even though she'd done the shoot. And, you know, the shoot, a boudoir shoot, like I said, is very confidence boosting and empowering, but only so much can be done in one day. And a lot of us are carrying around you know, things that are deep rooted, and it's not going to suddenly be solved after one photo shoot. So this is a reason why I'm kind of going down this road too. So I was speaking to her, and I was telling her how beautiful she was, and she cried because she didn't believe me, but she wanted to. And this really hit me hard. Like, it got me in the heart, and I took it home with me, and I thought about it all afternoon, all evening, and the next day I woke up and I'm like, I need to do something for this girl. So I reached out to her, I messaged her, and I basically said, hey, do you want to journal with me? I journal every day, and I follow these prompts, and I can just share the prompts with you. And she's like, oh yeah, that would be nice. So I would share the prompts with her every day, and then each week we would either get together or do a Zoom call, since COVID happened pretty much immediately after that. And within 6 months, her confidence did a complete 180. She's not the same girl that stepped into my studio. She has completely changed her mindset and her outlook, and it was all down to journaling and working on herself. So we're now in our second year and on a second book, and I've been playing with the idea of doing a boudoir subscription, because I've seen other photographers offer like professional branding subscriptions for entrepreneurs. And even though I do offer branding photography, boudoir is like my main thing. And I thought, okay, how can I make this work? Because most people probably don't want to do 3 to 4 boudoir sessions in a year. So I thought I need to put a different spin on this. So what I've come up with is basically it's a 12-month subscription. So there's 12 monthly payments, and you get the retreat day at the end. So that's hair and makeup, a boudoir session, and the retreat treatments with Joanna. So you get all that at the end of the 12 months. But I thought, well, I don't want it to just be, okay, give you money every month for 12 months. I needed, like, to me, that's too, I don't know, it doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't feel authentic. I wanted there to be, keep them motivated and excited for this shoot, and to keep them accountable too. So that's when I decided, you know what, I'm going to add this journaling to this subscription, because not only will that keep us in contact for the 12 months leading up to the retreat day at the end, it's going to, we're going to form a relationship so that they feel way more comfortable walking into my studio. And then also they're going to be working on their self-love and self-confidence before they even step in front of the camera. So that's kind of where it all started. And I didn't want to just, pick any old journal prompt book. I thought, no, this has to be coming from me and what has helped me. So I have put together my own 366 journal prompts. So that covers a leap year, or you get a bonus prompt if it's not a leap year. But on top of that, I actually started journaling or adding my own journal prompts, so to speak. So every single day, as well as answering a prompt from this certain book, I also journal gratitude, joy. I compliment myself every day, whether it's an accomplishment or I'm proud of something, or I'm admiring something about my personality or my body or something like that. I also track my goals, and then I do daily affirmations. So I add all of that to my daily journaling exercise, and I have now added that into my own journal book for other people. So whoever signs up for this subscription will go through that same journal process. So I'm not at the publishing stage, I guess. Eventually I will be publishing a physical book, but for now I'm just launching the subscription. So all the prompts will be delivered online. And yeah, that basically sums up what I'm doing.
And, you know, Emma, I think this is amazing. And what a great thing, because honestly, I think that a woman would need to have a subscription like this, because if you're like me, it's really difficult to remember to do this all the time. To remember to do your journal, like you were saying, the prompting, you know, sometimes we get overwhelmed, but if you are a part of a system and you really are creating an amazing system, if you can put yourself into that system and you're doing it on a daily basis, I think, yeah, you're going to see those results. You're going to see so many amazing things transpire from that.
Yeah.
And for all of our listeners, I'm going to say I recommend that, because I know how challenging it is to remember, because, you know, all of a sudden something happens and, oh, you missed a day. Oh, it's okay. I'll catch up tomorrow. And then, oh, I missed another day. And you kind of lose track of that.
Yeah. Oh, yes. It's very easy to fall off the wagon. And, yeah, I'm a huge believer in accountability. Absolutely. So there's actually now 4 of us that are a part of this whole journaling accountability. And yeah, it's some people like the daily accountability, and some people are okay with a weekly check-in. And it's okay. You've got to find what works for you, but accountability is definitely the key. Yeah.
Do you have this subscription up and about right now?
So the subscription is just launching. So if anyone is actually on my social media, they'll see that since last week I've been drip feeding some information about it, and it will officially launch on August 7th. So I'm going to actually be launching it live. I'll be going live. I'm going to try and do live on Instagram and Facebook at the same time. So hopefully the techno gods are on my side. But yeah, I'm going to do a live Q&A, and then there will be a special offer on that live on August 7th. So that'll be the official launch date.
Emma, this sounds so exciting. I just love what you were doing. And honestly, just listening to you, I think what an amazing thing. And to me, the best part, like, I love that you're doing Boudoir, and I love that you're doing the empowerment, but I love how you want to build up to that stage, because, you know, for even myself, I've never had that done. And I think about it and I'm like, oh, should I get it done? But then, like probably a lot of our listeners right now, it's that self-confidence. And I think if you can have all these things that you're designing, and a person can go through that and be like, you know what, I got this. I can do this. You know,
exactly.
This is meant for me.
Yeah.
I think it's so great.
Yeah, the shoe is a confidence boost, but like I can say that all day long. But if you're like, nope, I don't have the confidence to do that, you're not going to do it, right? So I think it's the boudoir is becoming more the celebration that you have built. Yes. You're building up your confidence. Yeah.
That is so exciting, and I can see myself. I'm actually, the more that you've talked about it, the more that you've won me over, and I am very interested in going through that subscription, because I think, you know what, this is for me, and it's something that I would love to, celebrate and to give to my, I think my daughters as they get older, obviously, something for them, because it's like, okay, here we go. This is the process, and this is what we're celebrating at the end, like you said.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm all about celebration and having fun and just making people feel comfortable. I've had many clients come up from Calgary and even from Lethbridge too.
Oh my goodness,
Lethbridge
that's awesome.
is the furthest they've driven up. Yes, so I welcome you with open arms.
Well, I'm excited about your launch on August the 7th, and I'm going to be posting that on our social media, because I definitely want our listeners to check that out.
I'd love that. Thank you.
So, Emma, is there I know that's been a big thing for you, but is there any other things that are happening in your life, or perhaps do you have any tips and tools that you'd love to share with us today?
I'd say, I think we kind of covered it. I said a lot already, but accountability is the biggest tip for me. Find that community or that partner, that accountability partner, that's going to keep you on track, honestly. And once you get into the habit of journaling, my journaling actually became my accountability. So I mentioned before how I track my goals. So I would find that I got into journaling quite easily because I'm a reader. So because my journaling was associated with picking up a book and reading a prompt, even though it was just one question, it was kind of easy for me to get into that habit. But what I found was trying to bring in new habits was quite difficult. So I thought, well, I'm already good at journaling. I've already got that down. Maybe I can incorporate creating new habits into my already existing habit, because they do say that you should try and tack on a new habit to an existing one. So that's basically what I do. So, for example, my last habit that I was tracking was to go outside every single day. So I started and I journaled. Day 1, went outside. This is what I did outside. Day 2, day 3, and so on. But if I miss 2 days in a row, I'm all the way back to day 1. And it's like, oh my goodness, I got all that way and now I'm back to day 1. So it really holds you accountable, because you're like, nope, I don't want to go back to day 1. So that's what I'm, exactly. So I made it all the way to day 100 consecutive days outside. And now I've stopped tracking, because 100 days, I've clearly made it a habit. And now I'm going outside without even thinking about it. So yeah, I would say accountability is my biggest tip.
Well, that's a fantastic tip, and I love that. So I hope all of you wrote that down today, because I think that's what we need to put on our boards in our offices, is just accountability. I love it. Emma, it is a pleasure having you on our program again. I love every time you come on. You know what? You are so inspiring to me. I love what you are doing to help women out there.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. And I think the same for you guys too, doing this and bringing on different guests to, just inspire everybody out there. It's something we all need to do together.
I completely agree. Thank you so much. And a huge shout out to all of our amazing listeners. Thank you so much for tuning into us, supporting the Divas That Care for all these years. We really appreciate each and every one of you. Please share this program, comment, like it. We want to support Emma in as many ways as we can. And also with all of our other hosts, make sure that you check them all out. Those women are absolutely fantastic. Their guests, are so inspiring. You're going to want to check them out. Again, thank you to my amazing guest, Emma Wood, and thank you to all of our listeners. I hope that you all have a fantastic day and that you make sure that you do something kind. Until next time, everyone.
Thanks for listening. This show was brought to you by Divas That Care. Connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on divasthatcare.com, where you can subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss a thing.